I was in elementary school when it started. We had this class project where we wrote letters, tied them to balloons, and let them go. The idea was whoever found it would write back. Most kids forgot about it. I didn't, because someone actually wrote back. At first, it felt normal. He said he found my balloon in a field, said he liked how I wrote, said I seemed different, so I wrote back, and he replied again and again. After a while, it stopped feeling like a school thing. It just became normal. Every few weeks, another letter would show up. No return address, no explanation. But he always found me. Looking back, there were signs. Things I didn't question as a kid. He knew what I wore to school. He knew when I got sick. He knew things I never told him. I thought I did. But I went back later and checked. I didn't. The letters stopped when I was around 12. No goodbye, just silence. Years later, I was going through old boxes at my mom's house and found them again. All the letters, kept neatly together. I started reading them again, and this time, something felt wrong. The details were too specific, too accurate. That night I couldn't sleep. I went to check my old bedroom window. Same view, same backyard. That's when I noticed scratches on the outside of the frame. Old, but definitely there. The next morning I went back to the box. That's when I found a separate envelope underneath everything else. It was heavier. Inside were photographs. At first my brain didn't process it. Then it hit me. They were pictures of me as a kid, in my room, at school, in the yard. Some were taken from outside, through windows, from behind trees. Others were taken inside my house. One of them, I was asleep in my bed. The picture was taken from inside my room. That's when it clicked. The photographs were of me, sleeping, playing, going to school, taken over my entire childhood. He had never missed a day. I went back and read every letter again, and this time, it all made sense. He wasn't guessing anything. He was there, at my birthday parties, outside my school, somewhere behind the house, watching. I don't know why he stopped, but sometimes I still wake up in the middle of the night and check the window. Because once you realize someone was watching you your whole life, you don't just assume they stopped. I met Rose when I was a kid. My mom brought her over one day and said she was an old friend. At first, she seemed completely normal, talking, laughing, acting like anyone else. But the moment we were alone, something changed. My mom left the room for a minute. I looked at Rose, and she was already staring at me, smiling. Not a normal smile, too wide. Then she spoke, but her voice was different, soft, almost like she was talking to a baby. She asked me if I wanted an orange. She held it out and just stared. I didn't take it. Then my mom came back, and Rose instantly went back to normal, like nothing happened. I didn't tell anyone, but she kept showing up over the years. Birthdays, random visits, family events. And every single time when we were alone, it was the same thing. Same smile, same voice, same question. Do you want an orange? I never said yes. As I got older, I noticed something else. She didn't age. Years passed, and she looked exactly the same. When I asked my mom about it, she brushed it off. Eventually, I stopped thinking about it. Until college. I moved to a different city, new life, no Rose. One night, I was walking to my car in a nearly empty parking lot. Something made me look up. She was standing at the edge of the lot, just watching me, holding an orange. She smiled when I saw her, like she had been waiting. I got in my car and left. After that, I started seeing her everywhere, at a distance, watching, always holding an orange. One night I came home, and my apartment door was slightly open. I knew I had locked it. Inside, everything looked normal, until I got to the kitchen. There was an orange sitting in the middle of the counter. That's when I realized something. She wasn't following me, because you can't follow someone if you were never gone. Every morning I listen to true crime podcasts on my way to work. That morning felt normal. The host started describing a case. A woman in her mid-20s. Didn't think much of it. Then he mentioned her routine. Same route to work every morning. That caught my attention. Then he said she usually left around 8:10. I checked the time. It was 8:12. Close enough to feel weird. Then he described her job. It matched mine exactly. I turned the volume up. He mentioned a traffic light near a gas station. I was approaching that exact light. I looked over. It was there. Then he described her appearance. Brown hair, usually tied back. I reached up and touched my hair. Same. My chest started tightening. Then he said she had no idea she was being watched. That's when I checked my mirrors. Nothing. But it didn't feel normal anymore. Then the host said she was last seen on a specific date. 3 weeks from now. Then he said my name, my full name. I dropped my phone. The podcast kept playing. I pulled over, picked it up, and rewound it. This time, it was a completely different story, different person, different details. I sat there trying to make sense of it. I told myself I imagined it. But now, every morning when I press play, I actually listen. Because I don't know what's worse, that it happened once, or that next time, it might not be 3 weeks away. I was 12 when we moved to a small town called Drisking. It seemed normal at first, quiet, surrounded by woods. That's where I met the local kids. They told me about something called baraska, a sound that comes from the mountain, a low, metallic grinding noise. They said if you heard it, you shouldn't follow it, because people who didn't come back. I didn't believe it. Then girls started disappearing. At first it was distant, then it got closer. Then my sister disappeared. No signs of anything, just gone. The town didn't react the way you'd expect. No panic, no urgency, like it had happened before. Years passed, more disappearances, and sometimes, late at night, I'd hear that sound. When I got older, I started looking into it. Things didn't add up. Missing reports, silence, people avoiding questions. Eventually, we found a trail leading deep into the woods toward the mountain. We followed it. The closer we got, the louder the sound became. It wasn't natural. We found an entrance, something hidden, man-made. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a legend. The stories weren't meant to scare people. They were meant to keep them away. What was under that mountain wasn't a monster. It was people, organized, hidden. And that sound, once you understand what it is, you can't unhear it. And the worst part is, the town knows. They always have. I was walking home around 2 a.m. The streets were completely empty. Halfway through, I saw a man on the other side of the street. Something about the way he moved felt off. He was swaying, almost dancing. Then I noticed he was facing me and smiling. Not laughing, just smiling. I crossed the street. He crossed too. I walked faster. He matched my pace. I stopped. He stopped, still swaying. I turned around and started walking the other way. Then I heard footsteps behind me. I stopped again. So did he. I turned around. He was only a few feet away, still smiling, still moving slowly. He hadn't blinked once. Then he took a step toward me. I ran. Didn't look back until I got home. Nothing followed me. But it didn't feel like he was trying to hurt me. It felt like he was watching how I'd react, like it was a test. And I still don't know if I passed.